Usher clapping back at claims he used a clone of himself during a recent concert.
Usher, Grammy-winning R&B legend, got accused of using a body double, a clone, at his own concert by thousands of his own fans. This is the story of what happened at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey on August 7, 2026, where the internet became convinced the man on stage wasn't really Usher, and why this is the second time this exact thing has happened to him. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly where that theory came from, what evidence fans pointed to, and what Usher himself said about it. Here's the through line I want you to hold on to. There is what fans think they saw, and there is what actually happened. And the gap between those two things is the whole story. Let's get into it. Start with the night itself. On Friday, August 7, 2026, Usher and Chris Brown rolled into MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, for the opening night of a two-night run. This was part of their co-headlining stadium tour, officially the R&B Tour, sometimes called the Raymond and Brown Tour, promoted by Live Nation. And this was not a small show. MetLife Stadium seats more than 80,000 people. This is the same venue that had hosted the 2026 World Cup final just weeks earlier. The night got off to a rough start. Torrential rain and thunderstorms delayed everything, and according to Billboard's recap, the show didn't actually get underway until around 9:30 p.m. When it did, it ran roughly 3 hours, and it was stacked. Usher brought out 50 Cent, who performed a Get Rich or Die Tryin' medley with Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda. Jadakiss came out for Throwback.
Usher, you broke the internet.
The singer breaking the internet after hitting the stage Friday night at New Jersey's MetLife Stadium, rocking a painted white denim outfit with a matching hat and sunglasses, prompting some fans to question if it was really him.
Fat Joe joined for New York. Lil Baby showed up too. Usher also used the night to mark the 25th anniversary of his 2001 album 8701, the Lay Face Records debut that producer Jermaine Dupri helped shape into a breakout moment for the Atlanta-bred artist, performing You Remind Me, You Don't Have to Call, and You Got It Bad. By every measure, this was a massive, high-energy stadium show, which makes what happened next kind of remarkable. Because the next day, the internet decided that wasn't Usher. Here's how it started. Fan-shot videos from the show began circulating across TikTok, X, and Instagram. In the clips, the performer, dressed in white pants, a matching jacket, a backwards hat, and sunglasses, appeared briefly confused about where the stage entrance was before launching into Usher's 2004 mega hit, Yeah. And that small moment of hesitation was all it took. Fans started picking the footage apart. They claimed the performer walked with urgency and danced faster than Usher normally does. Some said he looked taller. Others zeroed in on his hands, arguing that Usher's distinctive hand tattoos appeared to be missing in some of the footage. The theory snowballed fast, from that looks a little off, to that's a look-alike, to that's a stunt double.
Adding to the never-ending list of internet conspiracies, a new one, this time involving Usher and a clone? That's what some fans speculated after video of the Grammy winner went viral August 7th, showing him performing during his and Chris Brown's concert that night in New Jersey.
All the way to that's a clone. The comments were brutal and honestly kind of hilarious. That ain't him, lol, one person wrote. Another said, the real Usher wouldn't have had to be guided to the right side of the stage. Someone else posted, Usher, why'd you have to play us all like that last night? That is not Usher. One widely shared post was captioned, Usher, you can't fool New York. That's not you, bro. Fans even started comparing the performer to actor Tommy Davidson's character from the show Martin, a fictional character named Varnell Hill, and that comparison started trending on its own. Some fans, half joking and half serious, started demanding refunds. For a body double they had zero proof existed. And that's the key thing to understand here. Let's talk about what the evidence actually was, because when you line it up, it falls apart. The whole case rested on a few things: a performer looking slightly disoriented for a second, dancing a little faster, maybe looking taller, and some hard-to-see hands and shaky phone footage. That's it. There was no side-by-side clip of two ushers. No crew member said a double was used. No one from the production even hinted at it. And here's the explanation almost everyone in entertainment media landed on. Stadium shows are watched from enormous distances. As IB Times UK put it, lighting, camera angles, and the distortion of giant video screens can make a familiar face look markedly different from one moment to the next.
Yeah, you gotta roll the tapes back, baby. You know, that's why they have playback for you.
Would you roll it? Would you?
It was the real deal, all right, and Usher himself was stunned by the rumors, writing under one video, "Y'all are funny. Clone? They can't clone this. How y'all come up with this? AI ain't that advanced."
Especially for fans sitting hundreds of feet from the stage. Remember, MetLife seats more than 80,000 people. As one outlet bluntly noted, a viewer near the back has little hope of getting a clear, unmediated look at the performer. Then add in the format of the footage itself. These were compressed, shaky phone videos, shot at a distance, filtered through a stadium's lighting rig and jumbo screens, then re-uploaded and recompressed across TikTok and Instagram. By the time you're watching a clip of a clip, small things, a slightly different gait, a costume, a hat, sunglasses, start to look like proof of something they're not. There's also a much simpler explanation for any different stretch of the show. As some fans themselves pointed out, Usher routinely builds in a segment where his dancers take over so he can change costumes for the next set. One fan put it plainly, he always has a part of the show where he has dancers so he can change for the next set. A performer stepping back so backup dancers carry a section is not a clone. It's just how a big production works. So we've got the claim and we've got the reality, which brings us to the person at the center of all of it. What did Usher actually say? For a day or so, the theory just built on itself online. Then radio station Power 105.1 shared a concert video on August 8, 2026, with a caption teeing up the debate. So folks are debating if this was really Usher or he had a clone. And Usher, 47 years old, 8-time Grammy winner, a man frequently called the king of R&B, didn't put out a formal statement. He didn't hold a press conference, he just went into the comments and shut it down himself.
The theory even made its way to Usher after Power 105.1 shared the clip August 8th, writing, "So folks are debating if this was really at Usher or he had a clone." But the confession singer was quick to shut it down, commenting, "Y'all are funny. Clone? They can't clone this."
Here's what he wrote, word for word. "Y'all are funny, clone? They can't clone this? How y'all come up with this? AI ain't that advanced." That's the whole response. No drama, no damage control. Just a guy laughing at the idea that a clone had performed his own catalog. And it's worth sitting with that line for a second. AI ain't that advanced. Because in an era where deepfake technology and AI-generated video are genuine concerns, where people really do wonder whether what they're seeing on screen is real, that comment lands differently than it would have 10 years ago. Usher wasn't just dismissing a dumb rumor. He was acknowledging the cultural backdrop that made the rumor feel possible to some people in the first place. And when you think about it, that reaction tells you everything. This wasn't a scandal he had to manage. It was a joke he got to be in on. By August 9, 2026, outlets including TMZ and E! News had published his response, and the story shifted from "Was Usher replaced?" to "Usher claps back at wild clone rumor." The mystery, as far as the man himself was concerned, was over in one comment. But here's the part that makes this more than just a funny 48-hour internet moment. Because this had happened before. Almost exactly. Rewind to 2024. Usher was kicking off his Past, Present, Future tour.
I just wanted to come out and have a good time.
Usher's latest tour making all kinds of headlines from this cheeky moment last month.
There is a very intimate scene that's for the ladies. It gets a little frisky.
His first solo headline tour in a decade, supporting his 9th studio album Coming Home, which had come out on February 9, 2024. On August 20, 2024, the tour opened at Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C., and a TikTok clip of Usher performing "Yeah" and "Good Good" went viral, with fans claiming his voice sounded too high and his dancing looked stiff. The conclusion they jumped to? body double. Sound familiar? Same song, same accusation, same platform. And in 2024, there was actually a reason fans were primed to believe it. Just days before that opening night, Usher had postponed his first 3 shows. He'd been scheduled to open in Atlanta at State Farm Arena on August 14th, 16th, and 17th, but he suffered a neck injury during rehearsals and had to move those dates to December. In his Instagram statement on August 15th, 2024, he wrote, "Earlier this week, I suffered an injury to my neck while rehearsing to provide my fans with the greatest Usher show of all time. My doctors have instructed me not to perform any shows this week." So in 2024, you had a real injury, a real postponement.
How y'all come up with this? AI ain't that advanced. In the video, Usher appears momentarily confused about where to enter the stage before running out to perform his 2004 hit, Yeah. And that mix-up only fueled the conspiracy, with one fan insisting Usher is, quote, smoother with his moves and walk.
And then a slightly off-looking viral clip. It was the perfect recipe for a conspiracy. And just like in 2026, those body double claims were never substantiated. Fans who actually attended said no double was used. 2 years apart, 2 different tours, the same exact theory. Sparked by the same song, Yeah, spreading on the same platform, TikTok. That's not a coincidence. That's a pattern. And that pattern fits neatly into a broader celebrity clone theory phenomenon. The same kind of conspiratorial thinking that, for years, has followed artists like Avril Lavigne and others, where fans convince themselves the person they're watching can't possibly be the real thing. When someone is famous enough, scrutinized enough, the internet finds a way to doubt their existence. The celebrity clone theory is practically its own genre now, and the pattern tells you what's really going on here. Because here's the thing about Usher in this era. He is everywhere, and he is under a microscope. Think about the scale of this guy's last few years. In February 2024, he headlined the Super Bowl 58 halftime show in Las Vegas, the most-watched halftime performance in history at the time. The NFL announced that performance drew 129.3 million viewers, setting an all-time halftime record. His 2 Las Vegas residencies grossed a combined $114.06 million across 100 shows.
To this awkward viral encounter with a fan on stage.
According to Billboard Box Score, that Past, Present, Future tour sold over 1.1 million tickets across 62 sold-out shows in North America alone. And remember, this is the same artist whose album Confessions, released in 2004, the same year as Yeah, sold over 16 million copies worldwide and cemented him as one of the defining voices of his generation, an artist that L.A. Reid and the Lay-Face Records machine built into a generational superstar. And the 2026 tour with Chris Brown? As of August 3, 2026, Polestar reported the tour had grossed $101.09 million from its first 8 stadiums, based on 566,043 tickets sold across its first 13 sold-out concerts, averaging about $7.08 million per show. Polestar projected that if that pace held, the tour could land in the $400 million range by the end of 2026, with ticket sales topping $2 million. Just keep in mind that last figure is a projection, not money already in the bank. When you are that big and that scrutinized and performing to 80,000 phones a night, every second of footage becomes evidence for something. This tour had already been generating a steady stream of viral moments.
Yeah, we had a bit of a hard start.
Here's to hoping we get more wild moments as Usher and Chris Brown's R&B tour continues this fall before wrapping up in December.
Like the incident on July 25, 2026 in Nashville, when Usher pulled a fan on stage who turned out to be there mostly for Chris Brown, and he gently sent her back. The clone theory was just the strangest one yet. So let's bring it back to where we started. There is what fans think they saw, and there is what actually happened. What fans think they saw: a taller, faster, disoriented, tattoo-less stranger performing Usher's songs, a clone, a double, a fraud worth demanding a refund over. What actually happened? One of the most accomplished live performers of his generation played a rain-delayed, 3-hour, guest-packed stadium show to more than 80,000 people, got filmed from hundreds of feet away on compressed phone cameras, and became the subject of an internet theory so far-fetched that his only response was to laugh at it. No footage ever surfaced showing two ushers. No one from the production ever suggested a double. The entire case was built on distance, lighting, giant screens, and shaky video, the exact same ingredients that fueled the identical rumor back in 2024. Usher said it best himself in a single comment in the middle of the night to a few million people who genuinely wondered if he was real. They can't clone this? AI ain't that advanced. And that's the answer to the whole mystery. Not a body double, not a clone. Just Usher, being watched more closely than almost anyone on the planet, and having a little fun with the fact that the internet couldn't quite believe he was really that good.